Hi everyone, I'm Karen Robinson from littlepaperparty.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia, and today I have the 7th project in my 12 Days of Christmas series to share with you, which is going to be just a little gift card holder. And this year I'm doing making it in the form of a little tiny gift bag, basically. Really quick and easy to do, simple, doesn't use a lot of materials, and I just think they look really cute. And these are small enough too that you could hang them from your tree as well and put all kinds of different things in them. Doesn't have to be gift cards, but it will hold a gift card perfectly. And yeah, I think this is a really sweet way to present it and make it look a little bit more special. So gift cards are great though. I mean, they're really great. There's time and places for gift cards. So yeah, dress them up and make them look a little bit more fancy. All right, so this one, the one that I've already made, I made using the Poinsettia Petals DSP, but the one I'm going to make today, I'm using a different DSP, and I'm going to use the Heartwarming Hugs DSP, both of which are in the current mini catalogue. The piece that you will need, it measures 7.5 by 5, so you can make 2 from a 12 by 12 sheet of DSPs with a couple of nice big pieces left over for other things as well, so reasonably economical. So I'm grabbing out the Simply Scored. You can do all the scoring on your trimmer, of course, if you have a scoring attachment, but I'm going to use my Simply Scored because I like it. I use it all the time. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create this little contrast top part here. So I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. So the only thing that you need to be aware of is this particular paper I've chosen doesn't have an orientation, but if you do have an orientation, you just want to make sure whatever you're folding over is going to be in the correct orientation, and also, you know, the outside's going to be in the correct orientation as well. But in this case, it doesn't matter, but just keep that in mind, keep your orientation in mind. So I'm going to fold this, I'm going to score it on the reverse. So I'm going to have the stripes as the front. I'm just going to score on the reverse at 1/2 inch. And then I'm just going to flip it over, and I'm just in the same, so with the 5 inches along the top, I'm just going to score it at 1 inch to create the base. I'm going to pop my Simply Scored out of the way for the moment. We will bring it back, but I'm going to fold over this top section, and oops, the other way, and I'm going to adhere it in place, and then I'm going to treat the rest of it just as one piece then. So you could use Tombow, whatever adhesive you would like. I was going to say snail, I think it's Seal. The Seal Plus is what we have now. I'm just using tear and tape, doesn't really matter. Oops. Remove the backing, and yeah, I'm just going to pop that in place. I'm having a feeling, I'm hoping my paper is cut correctly, because you know, sometimes stripes make your paper look crooked, but it seems to be right, so that's good. I'm going to bring back the Simply Scored now, and now I'm going to do the rest of the scoring, so it's as one piece. So on the 7.5 inch side, we are going to score it at 2.5, 3.5, 6 and 7 inches. And then in the same orientation, we're going to do some score lines, just 2 score lines, and we're just going to go down to this horizontal score line we made here for the base. And that's just going to help form a nice gusset for the side. And we're just going to score it at 3, just down to this first score line here, and then down, at 6.5. If you do accidentally go all the way, it doesn't really matter. These are going to be the bottom tabs. You're not going to see it, but so don't worry about it if you does go too far. So that is everything. That's all the scoring. We're done with Simply Scored. So I'll grab my scissors. So on the bottom, I don't know how much you can see, but we've got our horizontal line here for the base, and over here we have I just might fold up the base anyway, so you can maybe see where that is a little bit more. So we have a little tiny rectangle on one side. We're just going to snip that off entirely. And then I do like to just take a little slight snip out of the top as well, so I get a nice join. And then cut up and wedge in the tabs. Sorry, the stripes are making it difficult for me to see. Of course, I chose a challenging paper. I seem to do that all the time. I might even cut that up straight. You know, that's always a nice idea, isn't it? And then cut up the bottom one. So I'm just trying to get the light like perfectly right. It's because I have extra lights here. Okay, there you go. And I promise this is not as hard as I am making it look. It's just the pattern is, and the lights are playing havoc on my eyes. Now with the top, because we have folded over the top, so we have 2 layers of DSP at the top, you do just want to be a little bit careful with your folding because you don't want it to crack. So what I found the best thing to do, because as you know, the paper fibers, you are going to stretch them once we start to fold them, and because there's 2 layers, it's just a bit extra and it can crack, and then you can see the white core, which I don't like. And that happened on this one, but it's on the inside, so it doesn't matter. So to help prevent that, I'm going to fold initially inwards, so the opposite way that I would normally fold. And what that's going to do is just kind of break those fibers a little bit, stretch it a little bit. So I'm just doing the 2 outer ones, so the inside one that will be the gusset, I'm not worried about that one. It's only the outer ones where it is going to be a problem, and where it will show, because the other one is going to fold inside anyway. I'm just going to gently fold it along those, and then I'm going to come back and fold it straight on my folds, fold it and burnish it. So I'm going to burnish it as usual, just on the bottom part. At the top here, I'm just going to burnish it a bit more lightly than I would normally. So normal at the bottom, and just where we've got that folded over part, not quite as heavy-handed. So let me have a look. So I was pretty good this time. I didn't get any cracking on the inside. I've got a little tiny bit there. I don't know if you can see that, but on the outside I don't have any. On the outside where it's going to show, I don't have any, and that's what I want. And then these gussets here, I'm just going to fold to the inside, and I'm just going to finger fold those. I don't need to reinforce those. Okay, that's it. Time to assemble the bag. It's not difficult at all. It's a very simple, basic bag, but because we have the extra width thickness there, it's just a nice idea to fold it the opposite way first to prevent or help prevent cracking. Sometimes it won't, but we can do what we can do. We're going to the effort to make something, and it's always nice to have the end result, you know, look how we want it to look. It's a little bit of adhesive on this tab. Fold over and close your bag. Yes, I don't think I've completely cut my paper straight. Go over that with my bone folder. So here is my seam at the back. So we're going to fold in the tabs, fold over the back, and then front. So I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive to the front. I'm not putting anything in here super heavy, so yeah, I don't need more. If you were going to put something in very heavy, then you would probably want to add a little bit more, but I'm not. Oh, so I've got the fans on. It's hot here. It's supposed to be 34 today, so the fans are on and they're going to be blowing stuff everywhere. I forgot about that. Oops, Daisy, before I started. Okay. So if you see things flying across my desk, that's all that's happening. Okay, and you hear that, and that's our little basic bag. That's it. That's it. Quick, easy, simple, cute, very cute. Okay, so to punch some holes, I am using, I think this is a 1/8 handheld punch. This is retired, we don't sell it anymore. You could use any kind of punches that you have. You could use your crocodile, as well if you want to, which is super strong and will easily, you can just punch through. I'm using this because I didn't want, I want the holes a bit closer to where my gussets are, but I don't want to punch holes in my gussets. I don't like the look of that in this. And I tried punching them in a little bit further and that was too close. So I want them out. So I need something I can fit in to do that. If you wanted to do that and you don't have a small punch, a small handheld punch, then you would probably maybe punch holes before you assembled it, but I'm going to do it afterwards. And we'll see if I can actually get it straight, which is probably won't happen, but you know. So if you are like me, I probably should mark this, but we'll just wing it this time and see if it works. That's pretty good. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. Oops, daisy. There we go. So I'm using this little thing here kind of as a bit of a guide for how deep I'm going. So I'm trying to make it even. And then on the side where your seam is going to be a bit tougher because you're going to punch through where your seam is. So that's kind of even. We'll say it is. We'll pretend it is. So to create the handles, I'm using this red braided linen trim, which is in the current mini catalogue as well. It's perfect. So this is real red. It goes with both of these paper packs, and it just strikes me as being the perfect gift bag handle kind of thing. So I cut 2 pieces to 8 inches. How you want to attach this is completely up to you. You can come in from the inside out, put a little knot and have a nice little bit kind of hanging this way, a nice little decorative bit. I decided just to go from the outside to the inside. Oops, daisy. So it does want to fray a little bit, which is going to be fine. And then I'm just going to tie a knot and then do the other side. You could also do it how, you know, you just do the one big length and kind of thread it all the way through and then just have a knot in the middle, which is easy as well. I didn't like that because it kind of interfered with what I was going to put in it. I'll just quickly do the other side. Now I did find I didn't want my little ends here to be sticking out like they do currently, so I did go back in and used glue dots, mini glue dots, and kind of rolled one up on my paper piercer and just popped it behind, and then I could make this stick down, which yes, kind of helps it to stand up a little bit as well, but yeah, kind of keeps it out of the way. So you don't have to do that though, it's completely optional, and I won't do that on camera because it was a little bit fiddly, but I thought it was worth it, so I will go back and do that for this. But so I'm just going to try and make sure that my handles are the same length. And that's pretty good. Smidge. And then I wanted to add a tag. I wasn't sure actually. I wanted to add quite a bit of decoration, but this is so small. I think I just need to keep it nice and simple. The paper is just kind of doing the main thing. It's the main decoration. So, but I did want to add a little tag. So I had a look around in my stamp sets, and this little Merry Christmas from Have a Hoot I love the font of this, and it's the right size, but there will be lots of small sentiments. Any small sentiments would work. Oops, sorry. So I stamped that in real red ink. Oops, daisy. And then I die cut it out with this little tag die, which is part of the Ornate Frames dies. But you don't have to use a die, you could just trim it out with, you know, your scissors, and then use the same hole punch and punch a hole. So I had already made my bag before I put my tag on, so you could definitely thread this through. This hole is a bit thinner though, so it could be a little bit fiddly, but I thought I kind of like the fact that it could swing easily, so I just decided to tie it on, and I just used some linen thread, which is in our annual catalogue. So this stuff is great. It's a really great all-purpose, you know, thing to have standby. However you want to tie it on is up to you. Let's see if I can do this on camera. I decided to do, I think this is a lark's head knot, so, but I'm going to pop the loop in. I'm going to try to pop the loop in. There we go. And then just bring that through. And then I just tied it onto the handle with a knot so it can swing freely. And also I can, sorry, I don't know why I'm saying a lot today. I can write on the back of it as well. So you could use something a little bit bigger, or if you write quite small, like I do, I can write on that. But yeah, you could write who it's for and who it's from, that kind of thing. Just a very simple to, from on the back as well. Draw off the edges. And that's it. That's my bag. It's ready to go. I will go back and just pop those little things down. You could also use tape as well. You don't have to use glue dots. Tape would be a lot easier than that. It might not bother you either, so there's nothing wrong with them. It's just, you know, it's just me. And then I will come and I'll cut down a little bit of tissue paper. So this is just like standard tissue paper. I might use white for this one, but yeah, just cut down a piece that was the right size, and you know, make it look all fluffy and extra special. The tissue paper, I think, really helps add the finishing touch. So some things that you can fit in here. Obviously you can fit your gift card, will fit in there absolutely beautifully. It's just below the top of the bag, and then once you have your tissue paper in there, it'll be all nicely nestled in there. I think gift cards are pretty much a standard size all over the world. So hopefully they are, but I'm in Australia, and so this fits our gift cards, which look like they are about just over 3 1/4 by 2 1/8 of an inch. So hopefully that gives you an idea. So if it's not, you may need to adjust the height a little bit. But some other things that will fit in there too. This would make really nice table favors or little gifts for in your office, at work. You could use them also as little teacher gifts, just neighbor gifts, little just because gifts. These would be perfect as well. So when I had stuff on my desk and I was playing around, they'll also fit like a little treat in there, and a tea bag as well. So this is really nice. So if you are having a Christmas party, oops, it will. It's making a liar out of me. If you're having a little Christmas party, you could have a whole stack of these at each place setting, and that would be really sweet. So any kind of, you know, little treat would fit in there. Tea bag fits in there beautifully. And also in Australia, you can fit in, this is a scratchy, a $1 scratchy. You can fit one of those, fits in there absolutely perfectly as well. And this is why I'm saying I need to like stick those down so they don't jump up and bug me. And then you can also fit in the other things as well as that. So that could be a nice little gift for, you know, anyone, neighbors. And okay, the back handle is trapped on my on my thing. So neighbors, yeah, all kinds of people, just because gifts. Maybe hairdressers, if you give something to a hairdresser, or other people that you see, but doctors, yeah, that'd be lovely, really lovely. So that is everything for today. A very, very simple idea, really cute though. Basically it's a little mini gift bag, perfectly sized to fit in a gift card, and as well as other little goodies. And if you're in Australia, $1 scratchies will fit in there perfectly. So I hope you liked today's project, and I will see you next time with number 8. Bye.